If I told you that the very thing you rely on for security is actually what's keeping you broke, would you believe me? Because the truth is, your salary might be the biggest trap you don't even realize you're in. Most people think that having a stable paycheck is the key to financial freedom, but in reality, it often does the opposite. It keeps you stuck in a cycle you never question. You wake up, go to work, get paid, repeat. It feels productive, it feels responsible, but over time, it becomes a system that quietly limits your growth. Because the moment your income depends entirely on your time, you've already put a ceiling on how much you can earn. No matter how hard you work, there are only so many hours in a day. And the deeper problem is the illusion of progress. Every month you receive your salary and it feels like you're moving forward, but are you really? For most people, that money is already allocated before it even arrives. Bills, rent, food, subscriptions, small upgrades to make life more comfortable. And as your salary increases, so do your expenses. You move to a better place, buy nicer things, spend a little more because you deserve it. Before you know it, you're earning more than ever, but still saving little to nothing. You're not getting richer. You're just maintaining a more expensive version of the same life. The people who actually build wealth don't rely only on earned income. They understand that working harder isn't the answer. Building smarter is. Instead of trading time for money forever, they focus on creating income streams that don't require constant effort to maintain. Things that continue to generate money even when they're not actively working. Because real financial growth doesn't come from doing more work. It comes from creating leverage. It comes from putting systems in place that allow your money, skills, or assets to work for you. The problem with relying only on a salary is that it keeps you in survival mode. You're always thinking about the next paycheck, the next bill, the next expense. There's very little room to think long-term, to experiment, or to take risk that could actually change your financial situation. And over time, that safety you once valued turns into dependency. You can't easily walk away, you can't pause, and you definitely can't scale. You're locked into a routine that feels stable on the surface, but limiting underneath. This doesn't mean having a salary is bad. In fact, it's necessary for most people at the beginning. It gives you a foundation, a starting point, a way to support yourself while you figure things out. But the mistake is treating it as the final goal instead of the first step. Because if all you ever do is rely on one source of income that requires your constant presence, you're always one step away from starting over. True financial security comes from building beyond that, creating multiple streams, investing in assets, and finding ways to earn that aren't tied directly to your time. So the real question isn't whether your salary is enough. The real question is, are you building anything outside of it? Or are you slowly becoming dependent on something that was only meant to support you temporarily? Because at the end of the day, if your income stops the moment you stop working, then you don't really own your time. And if you don't own your time, you're not truly free.